conjurer doth approach.
Welcome to the video. You're here for one of two reasons. You either want to know how to prevent your minions from unionizing, or you're interested in how I built an underwater camera to live stream fish in the middle of a river. We'll start with the literal live stream. I'm working on a restoration project, the main focus of which is a fish population and a river that is local to me. To be more specific, I'm interested in the spawning population of this guy, the Northern California summer steelhead. A surprising amount of people aren't actually aware that the steelhead come up as far as they do in the summer, let alone in the quantities that they do. The main goal of this project was to raise awareness of the summer steelhead's presence this far upstream by giving everybody a fun opportunity to see them in their natural habitat without them being disturbed. Setting up a camera underwater in a river ended up being a little more involved than I thought it would be. I had three main challenges I had to overcome. Those three challenges are as follows. Number one, how was I going to get internet down here in the middle of nowhere? Number two, I needed to build an underwater camera that could withstand being underwater for weeks on end without me having to mess with it. And number three, I had to build something in the middle of the river that would power both of those things. Let's get right into how I solved those problems. Challenge number one, how am I going to get internet in the middle of nowhere down at the river on the property? Pretty easy actually. We already have Starlink up here at the tiny house, so it was pretty straightforward. I had to get a separate Starlink though, because otherwise I'd be without internet. It did come with some downsides, so let's go ahead and get into those. As much as I love my Starlink, it did come with some downsides, such as I had to buy the dish since I had to get another one. A little pricey, and also $120 a month just to run my fish camera. The river has pretty steep slopes on both sides, and I had to make sure this was pointed to the clearest patch of sky possible. If there were any obstructions, it would royally mess up the live stream. But all in all, it was a pretty easy challenge number one. And let's move on to challenge number two. You're probably wondering, why am I in front of all these solar panels? Well, challenge number two has to do with the fact that not only am I going to have to power the internet, but I am going to have to power the underwater camera. How was I going to power said devices in the middle of a river? Solar, abundant energy source in the summertime, which is when the fish are in the river. So without further ado, let me show you how I brought solar to the middle of a river without electrocuting myself. So in order to transport the solar panel across the river, I had to go from point A to point B, which was about 80 feet of open water, and I had a 70-pound solar panel the size of a twin mattress. I ended up putting it on a pool floaty, started kind of wading across with it and swimming. I popped said pool floaty and had to panic swim to the other side before everything sunk into the river. It worked out in the end, and that was probably the hardest part of transport. And I had to bring one more thing across the river that was needed to power everything, and that was my awesome toolbox that housed all of the electronics. I had to build a camera that would survive underwater for an extended period of time without too much maintenance. First camera killed itself, got too hot, apparently wanted active cooling. You'd think being underwater would have helped, didn't. I also wasn't terribly happy with the camera quality. Camera number two also killed itself due to overheating. Camera number three, I bit the bullet and I bought a CCTV camera with an HDMI out, which ran to the electronics box. Worked out perfectly. Overall, challenge three was the biggest pain because every time I got a new camera, I had to put it in an acrylic dome, seal the acrylic dome with my sealant, wait 5 days for the sealant to cure properly because the camera was going below 10 feet of water. Then I had to rinse and repeat the process every time the camera died. Ultimately though, got it done, really happy with the final result. Version 2 is going to be even better. Allow me to show you what the camera looks like and a montage of all the wonderful footage I got putting all 3 pieces together.
It's time for the moment you've been waiting for. Da, 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 da. Preparing the
Underwater camera. I hope you enjoyed all the fish content, exhilarating stuff. If you want to see more, check out the dedicated YouTube channel above or below and our website, vdrp.org. Kind of shows our mission statement and also, what we're up to. We're still really early on, but second camera will be in the water soon. Lots more footage to come. Once again, thank you. And I'll see you in the next video, which will probably be about my project for Open Sauce 2025. See ya.